Yo, what up? What up? What up? Hollywood, Texas, back at it. Coming at y'all with the trifecta plays. This is my running slash RPO scheme. Okay, I'm just giving it to y'all this one time. And of course, it's coming out my very favorite formation, single back wing pair. 3 plays we're going to talk about today. First play is the HB dive alert smoke in the middle. Next play is the HB inside zone in the middle again. Last play is the stretch alert looky. If you've watched MCS, you've probably seen that play used a lot. So those 3 plays in conjunction can really confuse your opponent. Stretch alert looky, HB inside zone, and HB dive alert smoke. I'm going to put these as my audibles, and we'll go through a few formations, and I'll show you how I run them. We're going to start with this HB inside zone. We're going to run a random cover 2 man. So we're starting off with the HB inside zone, and what we want to look at here is the head count. Hat count is the number of players to your left versus your players to the right. But there's a caveat here. So when we look at it here, it's lighting up the green to show there are less defenders on your right-hand side compared to your offensive blockers. So we got, if we count the defensive tackle, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the left-hand side with 3 blockers, and then we have, counting the D tackle again, 5, 6, 7 on the right hand side, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the right. But let me say this: when you run this play, as long as you have at least as many defenders that play the D line and linebacker positions, you can run this play. So I've got the right outside linebacker, and I have a D tackle and a right end. I'm not worried about the safety in the back, and I'm not worried too much about the cornerback that's holding Moss there. If I've got 3 versus 3 up front, I'm running it. So let's run it. And as you can see, you got 1 man to fake out, and you can get down there. We're randomizing the man plays here. So now we got 3 more here. Let's run it again. Positive yardage again with a quick juke move. Now your stick skills have to be up. You might have to juke. You might have to spin. There we go. Now with all these plays, depending on the X factors and abilities that the defenders have, it could trip you up. So if they have I forget the name of it, but if they're able to shed the inside play, this is not a play you want to run. We'll run it 1 or 2 more times. Head count doesn't matter. And I always run this play to the left. I always run this play to the weak side every time. If the hat count, if they're all on the left-hand side or the weak side, I'm not running it. So here it looks a little menacing. Nope. Make that block. That's positive yardage every time. So now I'm in the HB dive alert smoke against man. I'm looking at Moss as my first option. What I'm looking for is to see if the cornerback that's holding him is going to back up. And I'm also looking at the right end to see if he's playing any type of flat zone coverage. If they are covering Moss, then I'm going to go to the run. This is the way I run to the right. And for whatever reason, I feel like this is better than flipping the inside zone play to go to the strong side. So we'll run it a few times here against man. Not backing up, I'm running. Pick up my yardage that way. Looking, he's still playing on him. Doesn't back up, I'm running. And this will change depending on the coverage and depending on how your opponent plays. So, okay, he's backed up here. And in that situation, I'll just go right to him. Got there pretty quickly. It doesn't always happen like that. It really, really helps if you got a quarterback that can get it to him quickly. There, I'm just running it. But that's how you would run it against man. Got one option. Either you have the option of Moss, wide receiver 1, or your running back, depending on what they're giving you. Having that option, that pass option, can pick up some big yards. And if you can break one tackle or juke one man, you can get all the way down the field. So against man, it looks like the run is a better option, but it just depends on what your opponent's doing. And last but not least, against man, we are going to run our stretch option play, stretch alert looking. And it's basically the same concept as the HB dive alert smoke. What I'm looking for is the cornerback to play on top of him and follow, or the right end playing coverage. I don't worry about the right outside linebacker because I'm going to throw it so fast he's not going to have a chance to get it. So let's see what happens in man. That's not a good option. Man coverage was tight, did what it was supposed to do. I'm assuming it's going to be the run it again here. He's covering. So we're going to run that stretch. This is a great stretch play. And man, it looks like the run is going to be the option for both plays. We'll run it a couple more times here. He's backed up. Cornerback's backed up. So let's see what happens. We can get him quick. That should have been a catch. But if he's pressed on like so, that might not be the best option. That stretch seems to be working just great. Just great. We'll run it one more time. He's still pressed with the man coverage. Doesn't look too good. We're going to run it and pick up easy yards. So against the man coverage, what you're looking at with the RPOs is running it being the better option, but it is contingent on what the cornerback is doing and what the right end is doing. But it looks like the run is the better option. And then on the inside zone play, go weak side. Next up, we're going to try it against cover 2. And we'll just randomize cover 2 plays. And first play we're running is going to be that inside zone. Same applies. The same applies with the hat count. That really doesn't matter. I'm always going to go on the weak side if my hat count is even with the defensive line and linebackers. I'm not worried about the safety in the bag. I'm even there. I'm going. Jones got to me there. He has the inside rush. So now I'm going against cover 2. And I'm having an issue running to the weak side here, but it's not because of the way the play is set up. This is something that you're going to encounter playing against anyone who has the inside stuff ability, which is quite a few. You'll run against quite a few people that have it. So as you can see, Chris Jones right in the middle there can stuff the inside run plays. Since he's in this formation, what you can do if you have your audible set up is go on the outside or run your RPOs. We're still going to run the halfback inside. You still be able to get a little bit here, but if you're playing against a man that's got the inside draw, you're playing against a man that has the inside stuff, you're going to have to change it. It's not going to work for you. There's Chris Jones. So that's why the audibles are set up in this formation. You don't have to have all 3, but it helps to have a couple options. This is against cover 2. What I'm doing, changing the HB dive, alert smoke, and we're going to run this a few times. I know that I can't run it right up the middle. I'm getting stuffed. Cornerback 1's playing off of Moss, so let's see what happens here. Hit him. Hit Moss. Hit Moss and get the juke. Hit Moss, get the juke, get upfield. Gonna run it again here. Is Chris Jones in the game? I believe He is not, so I'm going to keep the play the same, and I'm going to run it. You have to be aware who's in the game and who's not. Is he in on this play? I do not see him. We'll run it again. Weak side. Hat count looks good. Even if the hat count isn't good, I'm still running on the weak side. Chris Jones is in the game now. Gonna flip over to my HB dive alert smoke. I don't like the way the cornerback is setting in the coverage there. He could be playing a flat, so what I'm gonna do is change over to stretch alert looky. This is all cover 2. So I can go on the outside and avoid Chris, or I can hit Moss. Let's see what happens here. I'm going on the outside. Look to be playing against the flat zone, so I didn't do it here. Chris Jones is in the game. I'm switching over to HB dive alert smoke. It's against cover 2. Let's hit Moss, soft squat. Let's go. Let's go. Just like that. Happens all the time. If he's playing off, cornerback is playing off your wide receiver 1, hit him. Let's run this stretch alert looky again. What's that? A quick 10 yards? Quick 7 yards? We'll try running this stretch alert looky a couple more times here. Chris Jones in the game. I don't want to run it up. Left side there. I'm looking at Malls. He's covered, man. He's covered. Okay, so here, stretch alert looky. Chris Jones isn't in the game. I could run it if I want to. Let's see if Moss gets open with cornerback playing off. He's open. You could have done either one. Gives you the option. What do you want to do? You have to react, read, and react. Okay, so we're going to go with cover 3 here. Random cover 3. We're going to run our 3 plays. We're going to start with the run. Count 1, 2, 3. The linebacker in the middle could be an issue, but let's try running it here. He's too slow. Good 5 yards. Chris Jones is in this play. Let's see if we can hit the outside. Woo, we cannot. We cannot. So let's run it one more time. I do not see Chris Jones on the line. I see Micah Parsons. Hat count is not good, but let's just see if we can break one. In the gap. Something about this play works. I don't know what it is. It works. Okay, so now I see Chris Jones in the game, playing against cover 3, still against cover 3. We're going to use the halfback dive alert smoke. Well, I want to run it right at Chris Jones. I don't think so. Let's look at Moss. Plays off of him. Boom. One juke. Got yourself 15, 20 yards. No problem. We'll do it again here. This is against cover 3. And even if they're playing off, if you see the cornerback coming up, see the right end rolling over, you see the right outside linebacker rolling over, run the ball. Don't force the pass. Do it there. He's backing up. Hit him. Hit him. And Carr's got a slower release. That works pretty well. And this run could work if it was anybody but Chris Jones playing on the left side. Well, I guess the right side of the formation there. I'll run it right at him. I got 2 monsters right up the middle. So that brings us to the stretch RPO play, stretch alert looky. I'm not worried about my 2 D tackles. All I'm looking at is if the cornerback's coming down, right end's aware of what's going on, or run it on the outside. So we're going to run it first. Might not be the best option. Had heavy presence on that side. Now the presence isn't as heavy on my running side. It's heavier on my passing side. So let's see. I could have done either one. A quick 9-10 yards there. Let's run the looky again. And he's open. Get him. Hit him. If the cornerback's backed up, just watch the linebacker. Watch the right end, see what they do. Moss wouldn't be my first option, but I'm going to keep an eye on him. He's going to pick up something there. I still think the run would have been a better option. But because you have the option, you just need to make the read and react. What we're going to do last here is just run random defenses, and I'll see if I can react to them. Well, everything's random now. I see Chris Jones. I don't want to run it. Change over to the smoke play. Hit him. That's a touchdown. Like I said, if you can break one tackle, you can get in there. Or reacting to whatever random play. I don't see Chris Jones. I like the run. I like the run a lot here. Run it on that weak side, go in the middle, boom. Read and react. Chris Jones is right there. That changes the play. I like the alert smoke here. Hit him. One juke. Let's do it again. Chris Jones is not in. I could run this. I could run this or I could stretch. I could run any play. So let me run the stretch looky here. Just hit Moss just to show I can. That's the other thing also with these RPOs. If you got enough distance, you can hit. Chris Jones is in. Got the soft pressure on the left-hand side. Semi-soft. We'll go stretch. Stretch looky. Right there to Moss. So run these. Get comfortable using these in different situations, and you'll know which one to run. When you run them enough, it'll start making sense. And I would normally start with this inside zone. If the hat count is green, you're good all day. Even if it's not, just remember if the D-line and O-line match up, you can still run. Just like that. It happens all the time. Just like that. So I'll show you these examples. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it was informative, and I hope you can use it in your games. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. And if they're stopping all three of these plays, just pass the ball. All right? It's Hollywood, Texas. I'm signing out. Y'all have a good one. Peace.